Mechanics in Rocket League Sideswipe don't work the same as in the normal game, and it's important to go into this game with a new mindset. Many of the habits that you've built over the years of playing Rocket League on PC or console are just straight up wrong and will hold you back when you play this game. And there are some things that are just completely different and are essential to understand if you want to get good at Sideswipe. And that's exactly what this video is all about. So with that, here are some differences in Rocket League Sideswipe and how you can master them. So to get things started, the most important difference that you'll notice right away is that there is basically no limit to how fast your car can turn. In normal Rocket League, this is determined by the car you choose to play. Fun fact, all cars in Sideswipe work the exact same and there's actually no change other than the appearance. What this means is that you can very easily mislead your opponents with fakes or quickly change plans if need be. I personally believe that fakes are going to be very meta when the game releases, as mastering mechanics is far easier in the 2D world, meaning players will need to rely on strategies and mind games above anything else at higher ranks. I've talked with Killionaire, the top player from Ones during Alpha, about this, and he agrees fakes are going to be a big deal. Because of this, you can also perform a form of pseudo-flick, since you can rapidly flick your car into the ball for a surprising amount of power, even without needing a flip. Also, when you land on any surface, your car automatically adjusts to land wheels first, so you never have to worry about accidental pogos. Following along with that, using your flip also works completely differently. Instead of having different types of flips depending on the direction of your car, in Sideswipe you'll always either front flip or back flip based on the position. If the roof of your car is facing the ceiling, you front flip, and if the roof is facing the ground, you back flip. Because of this, mechanics like stalls are unfortunately impossible in Sideswipe, but it does give you much greater control for recoveries. Because the flip affects your direction of movement, you can very easily redirect the ball to basically any direction, and this way works so much better for a 2D game. When you use your flip, there are 4 different ways you can hit the ball. For starters, there's just a normal hit, nothing special here, but then there's 3 unique shots that you can only do in Sideswipe. Firstly, there's the critical hit. This happens when you flip into the ball and hit it with the nose of your car at the start of the flip. This gives the shot much more power and is indicated by this effect. It's often called the red shot, which I find confusing since the effect looks more blue to me, but hey, I'm colorblind, don't take my word for it. The next shot is the gold shot, which works basically the same way, except you hit the ball with the back of your car. Its very original name comes from the gold effect emitted when you do this shot. While it may look like it gives the ball a lot more power, it's actually less powerful than the critical hit, but it looks like you're getting a lot of power because you're moving in the opposite direction to the ball, making the camera zoom out quickly. The reason it gives less power is the potential for the fast recoveries, since you can pop the ball into the air and basically instantly be back on the ground, ready for a follow-up aerial. Finally, there's the purple shot. This one's done by using an empty flip, also known as a neutral jump, meaning you are not directing the car with the joystick, and you use your flip with the ball near the underside of your car. According to Psionics Gaza, this shot is about 1/3 more powerful than the gold shot, since it has the disadvantage of often putting you way out of position. The car doesn't need to actually touch the ball, but the closer it is, the more power you get. This is probably the least useful of the shots, but it certainly has times where it'll be super useful. In Hamato's Grand Champion's Guide to Rocket League Sideswipe, they call the gold shot jump shot and the purple shot dodge shot. As Gaza said, these names were used internally by the development team. However, he doesn't seem to indicate which, and I believe these names are actually meant to be the other way around, since purple shot doesn't involve a dodge, but rather an empty jump, and vice versa for the gold shot. But let me know in the comments what you think about that one. Next up, we're going to be talking about boost. In Sideswipe, your boost is way more powerful, but you also have a lot less than normal Rocket League. This comes with the advantage of being able to accelerate much faster, but it means you can't maintain your speed for long. An interesting note is that when you stop boosting while driving on the ground, you actually lose your speed, unlike normal Rocket League, meaning you can't reach max speed, then stop boosting. So aerials are actually faster than driving on the ground. Admittedly, there's also air resistance which slows you down, but it's much less than on the ground. If you've played much drop shot, you'll know that your boost regenerates over time after a brief pause of not boosting, and in Sideswipe, boost regeneration works in a similar way. Instead of having boost pads on the ground, you get boost when the underside of your car is touching the ground. It doesn't need to be entirely on the ground, but there does need to be some contact. Because of this, you can regen your boost while on the ceiling, or even on the ball, which comes with a lot of opportunities for high level mechanics. Following along with this, a subtle mechanic that many people miss is that you can actually get a tiny amount of momentum just pointing your car in a direction. Dubbed Directional Influence by Hammertoes, the top player from Competitive Alpha, this means that you can face your car when falling, and you actually fall a little bit faster than if you just sat still. This works in all directions, not just going down, and it can give you a very slight edge in your recoveries. Alright, now that we've got that all out of the way, let's talk about flip resets. In Rocket League, flip resets are considered a high-level mechanic since they take a lot of practice to be able to position the car right and both get and use them effectively, but this just isn't the case for Sideswipe. In fact, within a few hours you can get fairly consistent with them thanks to the movement speed and simplicity of the 2D world. Resets are essential for Sideswipe, and they never expire. In Rocket League, if you jump off any surface you have 1.5 seconds to use the second flip or you lose it, but that just isn't the case for Sideswipe. If you jump off the ground, roof, or wherever, you can dribble the ball as long as you want and flip at the last second no matter what you do. When I started playing Sideswipe, it was hard to break this habit and I wouldn't want to jump off the ground and would try flip as quickly as possible, but once I started remembering this, things got much easier faster. So that wraps up this video for basic mechanics and differences between normal Rocket League and Sideswipe. Be sure to subscribe so you don't miss future guides and Sideswipe content, and I'll see you in the next one.